Yeah, I'm done. I couldn't do it no more, man. Screw it. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday evening around 8 o'clock, and I'm at the truck stop right before Fort Smith. It's called the Ozark Mountain Truck Stop, and if you guys never been here before, what's the actual called? The Ozark Mountain Truck Stop, I think it's called, but it's a small truck stop, maybe about 30 trucks, and they have a nice little restaurant inside. Had some grilled pork chops with some mashed potatoes and gravy, and some baked beans, and some a roll. It's pretty good, man. It was pretty good. Now, wasn't planning to stay here because I was supposed to be at this particular moment. I was supposed to be at my delivery in Clarksville, Arkansas, which is right outside Fort Smith. But man, been a crazy week, and the week's not over, man. The week is not freaking over. That's what scares me, to be honest with you. That's what scares me, guys, because I'm supposed to be going home this weekend. Super Bowl weekend. My son has a baseball ceremony Saturday, and it's a very important one. My wife's uncle is going to present. What they do is the varsity players are presented with their game day jersey, and they get to pick a veteran who's been in the service or is in the service. It's kind of like a heroes. It's called the Heroes Celebration. You know, they honor the veterans or people who have served in the military. You know, so my wife's uncle is going to come from San Antonio, and to present my son's jersey. They get called out one by one, and so yeah, this is the first time, because last year he wasn't on varsity. Well, he was at the end of the season, but he didn't make varsity at the beginning of the season, you know, but they bumped him up. Anyways, man, it's been a crazy week, man. They say it happens in threes, but this is like Thursday, starting since Monday. 1, 2, 3. This is today 7, counting 7. Man, never in my life, man, as a truck driver, have I had certain things happen. Not only that, in 1 week, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and start from Monday. Monday, coming out of Kentucky, going up north, going towards University Park, Illinois. So I was outside Indy on the north side, and about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and you know, I see debris on the road, okay, of shredded tires and stuff like that, you know, or a shredded tire, that is. And well, there was a car on my driver's side, of course, and I don't recall if they were passing me up or going along with me. And well, up ahead, a good sized piece of a super single was in the road. Man, I had to take it in the chin. I ran over it. And that's a good thing about having a brush guard on your truck, man. That's a good thing to have it, you know, because it takes the blow of that, some kind of impact, you know, being that it's some kind of, you know, animal or a debris that's like that, you know. It takes the hit for you, you know, without damaging your truck. Because if I didn't have that brush guard on this truck, it probably would have messed up my fender, if not shattered my driver's side headlight / fog light, okay? So it would have caused some damage to my truck, you know, because I hit it pretty good, and it was a pretty good size. Well, in the process, you know, I felt it go under the truck, you know, looked at my PSIs, make sure, because what happens sometimes is those pieces of tire, especially if it's a good piece of it, or anything that you run over, that is, has a tendency to bust some airlines, do some damage to your undercarriage, whatever, right? So, I'm keeping an eye on my gauges. Everything looks okay. So about 30 minutes down the road, I look on my mirror, and I see some sparks. And I'm thinking, oh shit, did something jar loose and it's dragging, whatever, right? So, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to stop to pull over, because obviously, it's something major, right? Because I see sparks coming from under my my trailer. So I'll go ahead and just pull over, on the side of the shoulder. And real quick, I get out, and I noticed that the tire that I ran over hit my landing gear, and it was caught on my landing gear. So I grabbed it real quick, went on the other side of my trailer, threw it to the side. I looked around real quick and noticed everything looked okay. And so off I went, because I wanted to get off the side of the road. So I text my my work, and I told them, hey, this would just happen. There was no way for me to avoid it. But there's a truck stop about 15 miles up ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull over to see if everything's okay, because I was on the other side of the road at first, So one of my supervisors were like, okay, yeah, just let me know if everything's okay. Okay. Well, I pull over, at the Loves up ahead, and everything looked okay. But then as I was getting into my truck, I heard psst. And I'm like, shit, I said I busted an airline, So, and it was coming from under, my step on my driver's side. So I look under real quick, whatever, and I'm feeling around, and then I feel the air, and it was right there where the bleeder valve is at. Okay. Well, needless to say, the tire, when it hit under my undercarriage, it spun my bleeder valve loose. I tightened it up real quick. Everything was okay. I was like, oof, dodged that bullet. Okay. So but I double checked everything, so I went ahead and just took off. I texted my work, like, hey, I just pulled over, double checked everything. Apparently the tire had, jarred loose the bleeder valve, but I went ahead and closed it. Everything looks okay. Off I went. Okay. That was Monday. Well, Monday night I was dropping off a loaded trailer at University Park, and I was picking up an empty and then taking it to the yard, and then from the yard I was going to go to North Dakota. I was going to Fargo. And you're probably asking yourself, Anthony, why are you going in that direction at this time of season? Well, me and my dispatcher, we kind of looked at the forecast, and everything was going to look okay for the time that I was going to be there. I told him, I said, I'll take it, but I need to get in and get out, okay? Because Fargo was going to get somewhat a snowy situation, probably late Tuesday, okay? Wednesday, or one of those 2 days, okay? So off I go. I'm going to Fargo. All right. I'm going to Fargo. As I'm coming into Fargo, some sleet starting to come down. Nothing too major, nothing too bad, nothing too major. I get the alert on my phone saying that there was some sleet coming. Okay, the weather was changing, and which is basically, if you guys don't have WeatherBug, that's a pretty good app to have. WeatherBug. Okay, it gives you alerts as it comes, and it gives you a pretty good radius of where you're at, So I got that alert saying there was some sleet coming, this and that, back and forth, But I was close to my my delivery. Okay, my delivery wasn't until the next morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I was gonna get there at night. They had overnight parking, which was good, so I went ahead and just went straight there. Well, in the process, some dumbass in a little car comes around my back, flies in front of me, okay, because I was going straight, and there was a exit ramp coming up. Well, he comes around me, flies in front of me, gets in front of me, and he was looking for the exit. I guess the guy couldn't wait for me to go out of his way so he can go exit. Karma's a bitch. So this guy does that, flies across me, loses control of his car, spins out of control in the ditch. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, So that was number 2. So Tuesday morning, I get up, They come knocked on my window. I go empty it out. I get a load picking up in Pearlham, Minnesota. Okay, which was like 60 miles from Fargo. No big deal, right? So I leave the receiver. I start heading towards Pearlham. On my way out, I get pulled into a DOT station. All right, get pulled into a DOT station. DOT officer comes to the side. How you doing? The whole 9 yards. Where you're coming from, where you're going. Are you loaded? Are you empty? Can I see your BOLs? Can I see your logs? Do you have your paper logs just in case? The whole 9 yards, right? All right, so I give it to him. He goes to his truck, and comes back about 15 minutes later. He goes, all right, man. He goes, everything looks good. He goes, let me go inside and get your paperwork. So he comes back out, gives me my paperwork, and he's like, man, he goes, you did pretty good. He goes, your logs look pretty good. I said, all right, thank you, man. He's all right, be careful out there. Off I go. So I'm coming across, go up to one of these little side roads, and then get on 10, which is on the way to Pearlham. Okay. I call my friend Vince, right? My brother from another mother. All right. You like this light? I feel like I'm Venus Flytrap from WKRP in Cincinnati. Okay, all I need now is a lava lamp and some incense. But anyways, so I get on 10, which is I'm going up, towards Pearlham. I'm talking to Vince because I asked him a question on what the DOT guy asked me, and I wasn't sure what he was asking, and I don't remember what he asked me, to be honest with you. Well, in the process of me talking to Vince, I feel my tires, my drive tires, kind of slip a little bit, and I'm like, oh shit, Vince, let me let you go, man. I said, because I think I'm losing traction, and the weather was getting somewhat windy, it was a crosswind. So he's like, yeah, man. He goes, call me later, man. Just be careful, right? I hang up with them. Go about 5 miles down the road. Snow starting to dance across the field. Started to come across the road. I feel my trailer just move just a little. And I wasn't going that fast. I slowed down to about 40, I would say about 35 miles an hour, okay? Next you know, man, and this has never happened to me, man. It scared the shit out of me, okay? My truck starts going off. Okay, I'm in the right lane, right? My truck starts going off to the left, going towards the ditch. I see my trailer follow, or the tail end of my trailer follow. I'm like, and I'm bracing myself. Granted, I'm only going about 35 miles an hour, okay? And you can see in the video, okay, my speed limit. I was going 35, had my flashers on, because I'm going under 45, so I have my flashers on. I'm doing everything right, okay? I hit my trolley brake for about 2 seconds, boop, boop, and I straighten up, okay? If I'm honestly, brutal honest, whatever you want to call it, okay, I came maybe 2 feet from running into the ditch, okay? I would have been another statistic of a driver kissing that ditch, okay? The median, that is, okay? You'll see it in the video. It wasn't the actual video of my spin out or my jackknife or my dog leg, whatever you want to call it, but it was a video after, I shot it, okay? I hit record on my phone so it can go ahead and record anything else that might have. I have a dash cam, but it doesn't work right, okay? It scared the shit out of me because that's never happened to me in all my trucking life, okay? So no problem, right? This was yesterday, all right? So yesterday, I get to my shipper, okay? Get there by 11 o'clock. They were supposed to load me probably within 30 minutes. Nope, they were taking their sweet ass time. All right, now granted, like I said, I saw the forecast for that area. Excuse me. Nothing, right? As long as I'm out by Thursday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, okay, Thursday, whatever, because some snow was coming in. They're taking their sweet ass time. Next you know, it starts snowing. I'm a Texas boy, guys. I'll be the first one. I'm not used to running in the snow. Okay. Now, if it's little flakes here and there, yeah, no problem. But it was coming down. Okay. So about 4 hours later, they finally give me my green light. Now, granted, the load I was supposed to pick up was supposed to be around 10,000 pounds. Fine. Okay. It's a light load, but I take it. Okay. Going to Arkansas, which is what I'm under now. I get my BOLs. It's only 7,400. I'm like, shit. I said, I'm even lighter. So I text my dispatcher. I'm, hey man, I said, I just want to let you know I got my paperwork. I'm heading out. I'm gonna try and get as far as, cause I'm already basically under the 20-hour mark on my 70. Okay, so basically I was just gonna have enough hours to get to my receiver, which would have been tonight at 7:30. Okay, and I told him, I go, look man, I said, I'm in no area to be hauling ass to get out of here. It's just what it is, what it is. Okay. So long story short, man, I get out. I'm coming out of Minneapolis, going down, and my goal was to get to Des Moines. Coming out of Minneapolis, okay, the wind starts kicking up. My trailer starts going like this. All right, my trailer starts going like this. I got pushed over from the right lane over to the left lane one time. Okay, luckily there was nobody on my driver's side. All right, my whole truck just goes over. Okay. So man, so I start slowing down just a little bit. Okay. About 10 minutes down the road again. This time it was a hard push. If I would have fought it because there was a car right here or a truck or whoever, I probably would have lost control. Again. I said, you know what, man? This is too much. Screw this. I am pulling over. Pulled over in Albert Lee, Minnesota, which was where I was last night. And I just called it quits. So they say it happens in threes. So I'm thinking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Boom, I'm done with bad luck shit, right? Well, I had enough hours to get me close to here. Now, I was going to use adverse driving, or however you want to pronounce it, right? Because on this load, there was a lot of issues that I was interfacing, okay, encountering. When I left this morning, it was still windy. So I couldn't go that very fast, man. I couldn't go very fast. So when I ran out of time, I was going to go ahead and apply my driving adversity. Okay, driver's adversity, whatever you want to call it. Would have given me 2 hours. Okay. Get here, about 15 minutes left on my actual 70. That's all I had. Okay. And I was only going to be maybe an hour and 15 minutes away from my delivery. Okay, which was going to be in Clarksville. It wouldn't click over. So I texted my dispatcher and I told them, I go, hey man, I said, so needless to say, I found the nearest truck stop. That's where I'm going because, like I said, I only had 15 minutes left on my. I've never gotten a violation on my clock, since they've been in effect, and I'm not going to start now. Okay. I called logbooks and they told me that since I've only had 15 minutes on my overall clock, that I can't use anything. Okay. Only thing I can use is PC if needed. Okay. But I wasn't going to need PC because I was only maybe 2 miles away from the nearest truck stop and I only had 15 minutes left. So basically I had enough time just to get there on my normal 70, what was left of it. But I called them, I go, look, man, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to make my delivery. The plan was to go ahead and click over to those 2 hours of driver's adversity. But it's not allowing me. And we tried all kinds of different angles, man. It didn't happen. I even called logbooks and they're the ones that explained it to me, saying that since I only had 15 minutes on my overall 70, that I couldn't use it. The only thing I couldn't use was just a PC. But I told them I didn't need the PC. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, well, can't you use PC to get to your facility? My receiver. Technically, no, you can't, because that's advancing the load. Okay. Not only that, it's more than 50 miles or however long, you can actually use it. Okay. And I just don't want that to come up on my logbooks if something was to happen. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, man, either I need to crack an egg and say some kind of witchcraft, that's a Spanish thing, witchcraft, prayer, or sacrifice a virgin or cut the head off of a live chicken or something, man, because it's been left and right, man. Just, I'm still 10 hours away from home, man. And, my plan was to get there tomorrow, late afternoon. But no, that's not gonna happen, man. And, you know, because tomorrow I'm only gonna have a little bit over 8 hours on recaps, and then Saturday I get the same thing. I get like 9 hours. So the good thing is I'm gonna start early tomorrow morning to get to my delivery, and then I'm gonna have to cut it short, you know, tomorrow afternoon, which is gonna give me a chance to start earlier on Saturday. Okay, but man, guys, you know, if I was to sit here and say that, you know, that I've never dog-legged a trailer before, okay? Like I said, this is a truck, this was a trailer, and what happened, the truck went sideways, and I guess what happened was I hit a slick spot, and my drive tires got under me, and the trailer pushed my truck, which started shooting me this way. Man, it was a scary thought, guys. It was a scary thought, to be honest with you. I've never, you know, if I was going like 60 miles, yes, forget it. My truck right now probably would have been in the ditch, okay? Guys, just be careful out there, man. I am so blessed that I finally got out of that area. I'm in calmer, warmer, you know, climate now. But there's, you know, brothers and sisters out there, man, still fighting that weather stuff. Talked to my boy today, Robert, man. Robert's back on, back behind the wheel, man. He had a very bad experience about 3 weeks ago. His apparently his trailer tires caught on fire, and he tried to put it out, and one of the airbags exploded and messed up his eye, you know, and all this stuff back and forth. I just finished talking to him today, and it looks like he's back on the grind. So Robert, man, if you're seeing this video, be careful out there, brother. You know, but yeah, guys, just be careful out there, man. You know, no load is important. Wind, snow, rain, whatever you want to call it, man. You know, pull your asses over, you know, call it a day, and then just let your dispatcher know that, you know what, you can't go any further, man. So with that being said, guys, you know, it's Thursday evening. I pulled over here at the Ozark Mountain truck stop, whatever, you know, got my dinner, gonna watch some TV, and then just call it a night, man. But yeah, never in my life have I experienced so much bad stuff in 1 week back to back. Just shows you, man, anything can happen out here, brother and sisters, you know. So, but with that being said, guys, God bless, be careful. For those people who subscribe to my channel that are newbies, welcome aboard. For the ones that have been around for a while, man, welcome back. If you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever you want to call it, please list them. I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. But God bless, be careful, and stay safe, guys.